Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, after a long wait, Bozocow. You know, I got sick over the weekend of the last tournament, and then I was waiting for my sickness to go away, and it just kind of never did, so you might hear me coughing and wheezing a little bit, but that's okay. Actually, I made a little bit of a mistake in the last tournament. I had a match with Masque of the Red Death, and I recorded it and everything, and then I, deleted the video and never uploaded it, so just remedying that really quickly before we move on to Kharak Cup number 2. So this is actually from round 3, I think it was. Might have been round 2 from Kharak Cup number 1. And it's going to be me spawning down here in the south with, you know, my sort of gray and red carrier like I always do. And then Masque of the Red Death, interestingly, kind of the opposite colors, right? Red and gray, huh? Coincidence? I think not, but anyway, it's playing as the Coalition here on the Shallows. And I gotta throw a quick shout out to Majir2 because he has made an awesome mod, the Tech Viewer. Look at this. I can see the tech of the other player. Oh, I don't know, this has actually been up for a while, but I didn't know it was, so it's kind of a surprise for me. Point is, this is really cool. So many thanks to him for this marvelous invention here. You know, it's me, so of course I'm already moving out in the middle of the map with my production cruiser here. I want to do some early aggression, just kind of deny some eco from Masque of the Red Death if that's at all possible, especially against Coalition players. I like to do this. And the map is going to be the Shallows, of course. Really easy map to defend because, you know, if you look over here at your carrier, you got like these two high grounds right next to your carrier. The whole thing is on high ground. It's very narrow as well, so there's no like flanking. You can't go around here. So very easy map to defend, but if I can keep my opponent off of this second base, I'm usually pretty happy. And it's 6 Salvagers first on CUs, so definitely a CU heavy build from Masque of the Red Death here. This probe gonna have its life cut short, possibly. Yeah, probe mic not coming in, but everything is gonna be scouted here, so Masque of the Red Death knows exactly what she's dealing with. That turret will be off cooldown in a couple of seconds, and she'll be able to put one down maybe like right here, right here, right here. Something like that will hold off this this area here. I'm producing LAVs already, which is good. Let's see, no upgrades coming in just yet. Yeah, put the carrier on group 1 and then I can go between them. That's nice. Alright, so these spiky LAVs, gonna make sure that these Sandscreamers don't push up any further up towards the carrier. Base runner took quite a bit of damage actually, but the carrier of course can just put power into repair systems if she should want to, and that will heal those units back up that have been damaged. These salvagers here, a little bit out of position, gonna take a bit of damage. Railgun fabrication is coming in, as you can see, still no tech choice from Masque of the Red Death, so if assault rails come out at this point, it's gonna be a little tricky to hold it just using LAVs. Like I was saying, this is not the kind of situation where I'm going to be able to kill my opponent right off the bat, but I might be able to deny the second base for some time here. Quite a lot of damage comes out on this LAV here, but this Sandscreamer takes a lot of damage too. It's going to have to back away, going to heal with that base runner. Don't like this push though, taking these LAVs off of the high ground, bringing them closer. Yeah, this one's certainly going to go down. Maybe even for nothing. Looks like this Sandscreamer is going to die. No, he actually gets out of there, amazingly. Railgun fabrication's finished now. Still no tech for Masque of the Red Death, and more LAV's gonna go down here. This Sandscreamer's almost certainly gonna be killed, right? Right? Oh no, this is really not looking good. Base runner's putting down a turret? No, not yet. More LAVs go down, and it looks like almost all of these Sandscreamers have lived. Even another LAV going down here. This is quite painful. And an assault railgun is gonna be coming out very, very soon here. The Sandscreamer fighting for his life, but he's not going to make it. This one here going to come in and support him. In fact, even another LAV could go down here. He wants blood. He kills him. And now another assault. Now the assault railgun has popped out of the production cruiser. This Sandscreamer even not going down. What are the units lost looking like here? Oh dear. Oh, 8 LAVs and the probe to nothing. Now there's an assault railgun on the field. Gonna do some mega damage right here. Unless he misses every single shot. Well, he's new. I'm sure he'll learn with time. Let's see. 7 LAVs still on the field, so this is defensible at the least, but we really good. Yeah, okay, a turret has gone right there. There's the turret, but as you can see, it's not on the high ground, so it isn't gonna get the high ground damage bonus. Probably still gonna pick off a Sandscreamer, I would rather think. Yeah, there goes one. Like turrets always do, and it's almost impossible for these things to not kill a unit, but that still leaves quite a lot of Sandscreamers and 2 assault railguns now to nothing. with a heavy railgun getting thrown into the mix. What's the tech looking like? So, Masque Red Death going for railgun fabrication actually has also researched AAV fabrication, but notably did not build any. I think that's probably a good choice because, of course, there were already railguns out on the field. I mean, that wouldn't really do too much, would it? First artifact goes down, making the scoreline 1-0. Gonna give me a bit more power in my carrier. And if you look at the economy, I've got refinery mode already, haven't? Yeah, I do. And so the economy is basically 2 base against 1 right here. So I can take even some pretty bad trades. I'm still going to be okay with that. Excuse me. This turret, once again, what I was saying earlier, it's not on the high ground, so it's not really going to be able to do that much damage. Like, it's still obviously a big deal. I can't push in here with sand skimmers because they get picked off one at a time. But if that turret was here, for instance, it'd actually be able to shoot over this hill, right? And it would have high ground, so every shot would do a lot more damage than usual. Even like armored units would be, you know, getting killed by this thing because turrets are crazy OP at the moment. And so that would definitely secure Masque Red Death's second base here. You know, it'd be pretty easy. You just put the salvagers back there. If I push in, the turret just like slays people from a distance, basically with impunity. It's never going to take any damage there. But instead, these 2 salvagers are idled here. And kind of looks as though Masque Red Death is just trying to amass a force with which she can like push me out of this entirely. But that's probably never going to work, of course, because I've got, you know, I've got 2 bases. She's only got 1. So I'm going to be producing more units. I'm going to be having, you know, faster production pretty soon. Once this second production cruiser, you can see I've already queued it up once that one's finished. I'm researching missile ships, so air units are not going to be able to do anything really. I'll be ready for like an air switch. And because of this, like, the curvature of this dune here, I've got like a safe cone I can go into here where I'm not going to be attacked by this turret. So, the siege will continue, in other words. And you can see these assault railguns doing their damage from afar, not taking any damage themselves. Sand skimmers is acting as bait almost, getting shot a little bit, but the assault railguns are able to take this LAV almost to its death. And Masque Red Death seems to know it's time to back away. Upgrades, what are they looking like? No upgrades for Masque Red Death. Armor 1 for me, and rating, so that's pretty good. And railgun armor is coming in as well. Okay, LAV armor is just now being researched for Masque Red Death. Isn't that cool? We can actually check the upgrades now before we click on them. Oh, it's amazing. Anyway. And now these railguns here, you know, okay, actually there are railguns up on the high ground. That's significant. They take out one assault railgun instantly, like they would do. Because they're on the high ground, you see they're hitting all of their shots and they're doing more damage. This is actually not where I want to be. I should really just back away here. And now the LAVs are going to push in here as well. This one very low already. It's going to go down. This assault railgun really queued poorly. It just ran right into the middle of all of them, which meant it couldn't shoot at all. It really could have been focused down as well by these LAVs. So this is actually looking pretty good for Masque Red Death. Kind of a sloppy hold from me as I let all these units run on top of me. I really should have backed away when I saw these railguns up on the high ground. Or at least gotten sort of behind this hill here, right? But the LAVs are going to get cleaned up. There's just too many sand skimmers here. I took more losses than I needed to, but I mean, look at the armies now, right? It's pretty obvious that things are looking good for me at this point. And armor 2 is finished, actually. And damage 1 is coming in now. So these things are going to get pretty prickly pretty soon as well. And also I'm moving up to, you know, 3 base economy right here. With the carrier, of course, holding this 3rd base. And a 3rd production cruiser is on the way, and once that finishes, that means I can mobilize my carrier too, which has more power reserves than my opponents. And so that should be pretty much GG if I can get to that point without losing anything particularly big here. You notice Masque Red Death also mobilizing her carrier because she just got a support cruiser here, which I think is good actually. This is going to secure kind of like this 3rd base here. So no problems with this move. I think this makes a lot of sense. But probably just going to be too little too late. Railgun armor level 3 is coming down now. Still no heavy vehicle armor for Masque Red Death, so even these railguns on the high ground are not going to be as effective as they would have been otherwise. My poor scanner going to get cleaned up. I do like my scanner networks. It's very annoying when people kill them. But what you going to do? And just in case Masque Red Death was thinking of going fighter and gunship fabrication, I have already got a missile ship out on the field here, which also increases my DPS against like armored vehicles, so it's going to be really difficult for Masque Red Death to find a, you know, like a suitable counter here. I think it'd be good if this base runner would put down a turret like right there. Yeah. Because that's behind this little dune here, so the railguns won't be able to pick it down, and then, you know, you've got like a little bit more of the map in your control. Whereas right now, these sand skimmers can kind of just run wherever they want, so long as they don't get near this carrier. Sandskimmer damage level 2 now being researched. Still no additional upgrades for Masque of the Red Death. So these units also just 1-to-1 or better, you know what I mean? And my carrier's moved up this far already. This barrage not going to get very good hits, but these LAVs do not want to be here, and they're slower, of course. They still don't have the boost. Normally, you know, you'd be able to boost away out of here and kind of avoid this fight where you're going to be losing a lot. But oh, the railguns are getting closer too. They're going to get hosed now. Actually, there's so many Sandskimmers here. They can even just run through this turret. They can run into the eco and start doing damage. But first, they're going to clean up all of these LAVs. And certainly there are... No, actually just railguns. I think actually it's a good idea to make some more Sandskimmers for my production cruisers now. Just do a run by here, but let's see what these Sandskimmers are going to do. That Salvager's already damaged. I don't seem to be aware of this. Everyone makes mistakes, I guess. This turret's going to go down, and now all of the railguns are going to follow, and of course these are unupgraded railguns, aren't they? They are against damage 2 Sandskimmers, so they're just going to get taken down instantly. And now, hello, here's the carrier. Masque of Red Death knows what that means. There's really nothing to hold on to at this point, and she's going to GG out of the game. So that's me taking a win in, I believe it was round 3 of Kharak Cup number 1 against Masque of the Red Death. Like I said, sorry this video was pretty late. It's been like 3 weeks now, but with this out of the way, I can now move on to begin casting the games from Kharak Cup number 2, which I will begin doing immediately. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.